Hello and welcome to Robotics Engineering. Are you a maker or tinkerer? Do you enjoy solving problems and being creative? Then Robotics Engineering is the right place for you. Robotics Engineering begins with the fundamentals of circuitry, which gives you the basic understanding and knowledge about robots. This course then leads to creating robots or projects of your own design. My name is Mr. Siusankar, and I have been teaching robotics engineering for many years. This is the way my name is spelled, Mr. Siusankar. But you can call me Mr. S if you like. Let's get to know more about each other. One way we can do this is by asking some simple questions from our normal everyday lives. You can write your answers to these questions in your notebook or journal, and you can pause the video to get more time to write your answers. One question is, what did you have for breakfast? The next question is, what is your favorite movie? The next is, what is your favorite activity or hobby? The next one is, what is your favorite sport? And the last one is, when is your birthday? Don't forget to unpause when you need to move on. Now it's time to share your answers with others. You can pause this video and find someone nearby whom you can share your answers with. Here are my answers to the questions. I ate a sandwich and drank juice for breakfast. My favorite movie is Transformers. My favorite activity or hobby is making circuits for building robots. My favorite sport is soccer. And my birthday is in April. Here is the top half of a handout that I would normally pass out in class, but you can use your journal or notebook to perform this do now activity. Fill in the underlined spaces next to the incomplete sentences below. Note: write only about the things that you will be comfortable with other class members knowing. Item 1. My birthday is. Write the date of your birthday on line 1. Item 2. I am from. Write the place that you're from on line 2. Item 3. I live in. Write the place where you live on line 3. It can be the same as item 2. Item 4. I like to. Write the thing that you like to do on line 4. Item 5. My favorite thing is. Write your favorite thing on the remaining lines. This is the bottom half of the handout that I would normally pass out in class. Use the information above to write an introduction about yourself. The information is from the activity we did on the previous slide. You should write at least 4 full or complete sentences. You should write neatly. Correct spelling and grammar will be expected. This activity is worth 5 points. Now it's time to share our answers with others. You can pause this video and find someone nearby to share your answers with. Here are my answers. For item 1, my birthday is April 15th, 1977. For item 2, I am from Queens, New York. For item 3, I live in Lakeland, Florida. For item 4, I like to play soccer and go hiking. For item 5, my favorite thing is to make circuits for building robots. Here is the paragraph that I wrote by using the answers from the previous slide. My name is Mr. Susanker, and I was born on April 15, 1977. I am from Queens, New York, but I live in Lakeland, Florida. I like to play soccer and go hiking. My favorite thing is to make circuits for building robots. Now let's talk about classroom expectations. What are classroom expectations? Well, classroom expectations are the ways we should behave by obeying the rules. There are 3 non-negotiable expectations. What do I mean by non-negotiable? Non-negotiable means that we cannot negotiate for any changes to these expectations or rules. The first non-negotiable expectation is being safe. Another is being kind or respectful. Then there is being responsible. Can you think of at least one more non-negotiable expectation? Here is an activity involving classroom expectations and a T-chart. You can use your journal to write a T similar to the one on this slide. On the left side, write being safe. On the right side, write your ideas or descriptions about being safe. Remember to pause the video so you can have more time. Now perform this activity using the classroom expectation of being kind or respectful. Write your ideas and descriptions on the right side. Now do the same thing for the classroom expectation of being responsible. Can you think of at least one more non-negotiable expectation? If so, write it on the left side and write your ideas and descriptions on the right side. Now it's time to share your answers with others. Pause this video and find someone nearby whom you can share your answers with. Here is my answer for being safe. no running, throwing, or tossing items, etc. Etc. means that there can be many more ideas or descriptions. Here are my ideas and descriptions for being kind or respectful. Be polite by saying please and thank you. Maintain orderly behavior in line. Keep hands off others. No teasing. Sit properly and be quiet until given permission to stand or speak aloud, etc. And here are my ideas and descriptions for being responsible. Arrive on time to class. Put backpacks in the designated area. Keep the class clean and organized. Do not put items in your mouth. Properly use lab and class instruments and materials. Pay attention. Follow the teacher's instructions. Raise your hand to ask questions, etc. Now it's time to conclude our introduction and summarize our activities. Do you remember your introduction and the activities we performed? You can use your notebook or journal to help you to remember. We answered these easy and simple questions about our normal everyday lives, and then we shared them with our neighbor. We wrote completed sentences about ourselves, and then we used those sentences to write an introduction about ourselves. And then we learned about the class expectations. Being safe, no running, throwing or tossing items, etc. Being kind or respectful. Be polite by saying please and thank you. Maintain orderly behavior in line. Keep hands off others. No teasing. Sit properly and be quiet until given permission to stand or speak aloud, etc. Being responsible. Arrive on time to class. Put backpacks in the designated area. Keep the class clean and organized. Do not put items in your mouth. Properly use lab and class instruments and materials. Pay attention. Follow the teacher's instructions. Raise your hand to ask questions, etc. In the next lesson, we will learn about the easy way to know the proper time and the types of activities that we will be able to do during class. This easy way is called CHAMPS. Remember that you will need a notebook or journal for this class. Thank you for being here today. I welcome you to the next class.